Located on the east coast of the United States in the state of New York, the Big Apple is one of the most famous cities of the world. Its history and culture participate in making New York an extraordinary city that everyone wants to discover. You can make an unforgettable trip to Liberty Island by taking a boat to see the outstanding Statue of Liberty, which is a gift from France after the independence of the United States in 1776. Close to Liberty Island, there is Ellis Island, where you can visit the Immigration Museum, which is full of history and memories from the past. New York is divided in 5 boroughs, which shows the diversity of the city. The most known one is Manhattan, and its gigantic skyscrapers like the Empire State Building, the Rockefeller Center, or the One World Trade Center, which have a mind-blowing view from the top on all the city. Indeed, it is a really colorful city. The district of Times Square has an enormous number of advertising billboards with a lot of colors. If you have a walk in Central Park during fall, you'll see every shade of green, yellow, orange, and red in the trees. New York's nickname is a city that never sleeps, because it's very dynamic and unique. When you're in the street, you directly know that you are in the Big Apple. There are always people in the streets, going shopping on the 5th Avenue, having a walk in Central Park, or watching a musical on Broadway, just next to the mind-blowing lights of Times Square. The 8 million inhabitants live with the 60 million tourists that come to live the American dream once in their life. All of this makes the city phenomenal because it's very diverse but also very cliché of the American way of life that we can only see in movies. This cultural diversity of the city is particularly shown by the architecture. There are a lot of brownstone houses and red brick apartments, with the mythic fire escapes. Moreover, the districts of Little Italy and Chinatown are well known as their restaurants and shops, are neighborhoods in Manhattan. Both of them are great examples of what New York is, a major pole of globalization in America. You may go to art museums such as the Metropolitan Museum of Art, which has more than 2 million artwork pieces from all over the world, or the Guggenheim Museum, which is special architecture.
Iconic?
Yeah.
Definitely, yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And why?
There's so many opportunities here. It's like you wouldn't find this anywhere else in the U.S. except in New York City.
Well, for some reasons, there's obviously many spots in New York City, like Times Square, like the famous places, and also like the shopping, the restaurants, like a bunch of different things put together. It's overall the whole experience.
The food,
Even if Manhattan is the most important borough of New York City, there is a lot of interesting things about the other ones. The Bronx is the birthplace of hip-hop, Harlem is one of the roots of jazz, and Brooklyn's got a lot of street artists. New York City is also famous thanks to many movies. Indeed, films known internationally made it iconic. Who hasn't ever watched the mythical fights in Avengers or Spider-Man? Who hasn't ever saw the dynamism of the city in the fancy universe of Men in Black? The realistic representation of life problems in Taxi Driver is also full of mystery. And who hasn't ever wanted to go under the Brooklyn Bridge, just like in the iconic scene of Once Upon a Time in America? All these movies make people feel like they know the city, and it makes them want to come to see the city themselves.